If you've been craving more time, more mental space, and more energy for the parts of life you love, if you want help, but you do not want another complicated system that makes you feel behind before you even begin, you are in the right place. I have just found a powerful new tool to help make that life feel lighter. So welcome to Bestie's Guide to AI. Hey friend, welcome back. Today's video is a little more personal than usual because I have something to share with you. I've been thinking about this for a long time, praying about it, sitting with it, and trying to find the right words. And honestly, I just want to talk to you like I would talk to a friend over coffee. If you've been here with me for a while, you know that my heart has always been about helping women create a life they love. We've talked about mindset, gratitude, intentional living, and making space for the things that matter the most. And I want you to know something right from the beginning. That mission has not changed. I still believe in gratitude. I still believe that our mindset matters. I still believe that we can create a more peaceful, meaningful, beautiful life right where we are. But I have realized something that changed the direction of this channel. It is really hard to focus on mindset when your mind is already carrying absolutely everything else. It's hard to practice gratitude when your brain is racing through dinner, groceries, appointments, cleaning, bills, errands, a repair that needs to be scheduled, and the 20 other little things that you're afraid you're going to forget. And it's hard to create a life you love when you feel like you're constantly trying to keep up with the life you already have. I started noticing this in my own life. I would have the best intentions. I would wake up and tell myself, today I'm going to stay calm. Today I'm going to be present. Today I'm going to focus on what matters. And today I'm going to get through my to-do list. And then before I even finished my first Diet Coke, my mind was already running through the questions of, oh man, what are we going to have for dinner tonight? Did I remember to call the contractor back? What do we need from the grocery store? What should I do about that project around the house? How am I going to fit all of this into the week? And maybe you know exactly what I mean. Because the work of creating a home is not just cleaning or cooking or, fixing a meal. It's the invisible work behind it all. It is the remembering. It is the anticipating. It's the planning. It's the deciding. It's the researching. It is being the person who notices that something is running low, something needs to be repaired, and something needs to be scheduled, or something needs a plan. That is what people mean when they talk about the mental load. And I realize that so many of us are not lacking motivation. We're not failing at gratitude or mindset. We're simply mentally overloaded. So this shift is not me leaving behind the mission of helping women create a life they love. This is me going a little bit deeper. This is me asking, what if we could make the everyday work of life feel lighter? What if we could get some of that mental energy back? And that is when I found a tool that completely changed the way I think about managing a home. Now, it's not another planner. It's not another color-coded cleaning system. And it was not a new productivity app that I would download and use for 3 days and then forget about it. Are you wondering what it is? It is AI. Now, I know that word can make people feel nervous. When some of us hear AI, we picture complicated technology, robots, futuristic movies, the old cartoon The Jetsons, or something that only tech experts could understand. But that is not how I want you to think about it. I want you to think of AI as your bestie.
Hi, I'm AI, your bestie.
Your bestie is available when you need her, whether it is early in the morning while you're trying to figure out dinner, late at night when you suddenly remember something you need to do, or in the middle of the day when you are overwhelmed and do not know where to start. She does not replace you. She does not make your choices for you. She does not know your home, your husband, your values, or your preferences better than you do. But she can support you. She can help you think. She can organize the mess in your mind into something you can actually work with. If you want to give your AI bestie a name, you absolutely can. I think that makes it more approachable. You might call your AI buddy Sage or Brenda or Bob. I named my little, the little computerized uh, vacuum cleaner that runs around runs around in the Roomba that runs around the house. I call him Bob. But you could call your AI buddy if you want to that makes you smile. Any name. But for me, she's simply my bestie, the friend who's always awake, always ready to brainstorm, and never gets tired of me asking, okay, but what should I make for dinner? And that is why I'm evolving this channel into another way to create a life you love. And that is the Bestie's Guide to AI. And I want to be very clear about what that means. I'm not becoming a tech guru who is going to sit you down and overwhelm you with complicated terms, confusing tutorials, or 100 new platforms that you feel like you have to learn. That is not what this is. I am just a friend that's going to introduce you to your new bestie. I am the friend who found a shortcut and said, oh my goodness, you need to know about this. My job is going to be to test the tools, ask the questions, figure out what actually is useful, and then bring that to you at a practical version, the simple version, the version that helps you use AI in your real life, not some imaginary, perfectly organized life where you have unlimited time, unlimited energy, and a spotless kitchen at all times. We're going to use it in the messy, beautiful, busy, ordinary moments of home life. And we are going to learn it together. No pressure to be perfect, no pressure to know everything, no pressure to become a tech person. Just one small, helpful conversation with your bestie at a time. So let me show you what I mean, because this is where it starts to become exciting. Imagine you are standing in your kitchen and looking at chicken, rice, spinach, and maybe one lonely half block of cheese in the refrigerator. Instead of staring into the fridge and scrolling for recipes, getting overwhelmed, and eventually, defaulting to the same old meal again, you can now ask your bestie for help. You could say, act as my meal planning assistant. I'm cooking a dinner for my husband and me. I have chicken, rice, spinach, and shredded cheese and canned tomatoes. My husband does not like mushrooms or spicy food. Give me 3 simple dinner options that take less than 30 minutes using mostly what I already have. And just like that, you've got options. Now, you can ask her to turn your favorite option into a grocery list. You can ask her to make a 5-day dinner plan for you and your husband and your family. You can ask her to work within a budget. You can even say, please give me dinners that make enough leftovers for lunch the next day. That is one small decision removed from your brain. And here's another example. Maybe you need to write an email to that contractor because the quote came back higher than you expected. You want to be polite. You also want to ask questions, and you do not want to sound rude. But you do not want to avoid the conversation for another week because you just don't know what to say. Your bestie can help you draft it. You could say, write a short, polite, but firm email to a contractor. The quote for our bathroom repair is higher than the estimate we discussed. Ask for a clear explanation of the difference before we approve the work. And keep the message respectful, direct, and under 150 words. You still get to read it, and you still decide whether it sounds like you. You still send it only if you are comfortable with it. But you are no longer staring at a screen for half an hour trying to figure out what to say. Or maybe a friend texts you asking for help. She wants ideas for hosting a casual backyard gathering for her husband, and she knows you're great at planning things. You want to be helpful, but you also do not want to have an hour spent on the phone or scrolling online trying to find, some things that could work for her party. So you ask your bestie, act as a simple event planner. My friend wants to host a relaxed backyard birthday gathering for her husband. There will be around 12 adults, and the budget is $200. Give me 3 theme ideas, simple food options, an easy evening timeline, and 2 fun but low pressure activities. And then you can take those ideas and add your own personal touch and send your friend something thoughtful. Your bestie did not replace your creativity or your friendship. She helped you get from overwhelmed to helpful faster. That's the difference. And this is the part that matters most to me. The goal is not to use AI so that we can cram even more into our days. The goal is not to become more productive for the sake of being productive. The goal is to reclaim some time, energy, and mental space. Because if your bestie helps you make a meal plan in 10 minutes instead of 40, if she helps you organize a chaotic to-do list, if she helps you draft an email you've been avoiding, if she helps you brainstorm when your brain is simply tired, then maybe you have a little more energy at the end of the day. Maybe you are more present when your husband gets home. Maybe you have time to sit down and actually read a book. Maybe you have the mental space to call a friend or go for a walk or work on a passion project or simply rest without that constant feeling that you're forgetting something. And yes, maybe you have more room for gratitude, mindset, and intentional living because those things still matter deeply to me. I want you to have the life that you love. But I've come to believe that peace does not always begin with a perfect morning routine. Sometimes peace begins with not having to make dinner decisions alone every single day. And maybe I do not just want to talk about this, I want to make it truly useful. So here's what I'm doing. I'm going to build a full library of different courses through the Bestie's Guide to AI. We will start with the foundation of just learning the basics of AI and how to decide which AI apps would work best for you and your situations. We're going to break it down step by step. And then I'm going to be able to share with you how you can make your bestie or your chosen AI work with you to take away some of the decisions that you have to make every day. Some of the organizational to-do list becomes simple. And I want to show you how to set up an AI as a tool, not just use it like Google, but actually use it as a tool, like your assistant, and how to communicate with your bestie and how to create those prompts that get you the helpful answers, because that is the magic, knowing what to say to the AI that gets you the results that you're looking for. And when I say prompts, I simply mean what you say to your bestie. It's not a secret code. It's just learning how to give her the enough information so you can actually help you. A simple formula we will use over and over and over. And here it is. First, let your AI know what role she's serving to you. And then the context of what you need from her, the constraints or the things that the perimeter she has to stay in, or the boundaries, okay, and the format. And then you tell your bestie what role to take on. Give her the background, explain the limits or preferences, and tell her what kind of answer you want. Then we will go deeper into the practical ideas like AI for meal planning and grocery lists, AIs for home organization and cleaning routines, AI for budgeting and household planning, AI for holiday preparation and gift ideas, AI for communication, scheduling, home projects, and even AI support for friends who are homeschooling or managing learning at home. Every course will be designed for real women with real homes and real responsibilities. Step by step, simple language, no judgment, no pressure, just practical support. Now, I also want to say this because I know some of you may be thinking it. You may be saying, "Ah, I'm not tech savvy enough to do this," or "I do not understand any of this AI stuff," or "I'm worried about privacy." And I hear you. I had those same questions too. But here's the thing. AI is not going away. And most people who are using AI are using it at a business level or using AI for what they do at work each day. But we, those women who make things happen in our homes, for our families, we can use AI too. You just don't need to know everything before you begin. You do not need to become an expert. You can start with one simple task and learn as you go. And we're going to talk about safety and privacy here too. Your bestie is helpful, but she is not someone you give private account information, passwords, financial details, or highly personal information to. And she is not someone you rely on for medical, legal, or financial decisions without checking with a qualified professional. Your Bessie is simply a tool, an assistant to support your thinking, not replace your judgment. You're always the heart, the decision maker, and the expert on your own home. I just want to help you feel more supported while you do all that you already do. So, this is my invitation to you. If you've been feeling overwhelmed by the invisible work of creating a home, if you've been craving more time, more mental space, and more energy for the parts of life you love, if you want help, but you do not want another complicated system that makes you feel behind before you even begin, you are in the right place. This is not a departure from my original mission. This is an evolution of it. I still want to help you create a life you love. I have just found a powerful new tool to help make that life feel lighter. So, welcome to Bestie's Guide to AI. I will be your AI scout. I will explore the tools, test the ideas, and create practical prompts and bring you the shortcuts that are actually worth your time. And I will introduce you to your bestie, your friend who is available anytime you need to talk through a dinner plan, a household project, an email, a schedule, or the million other little decisions that make up a life. You do not have to figure this out by yourself. Your bestie is ready to help, and I'm so excited to show you how to use her. If you're excited to come along on this next chapter, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and leave me a comment below. What is the one thing you would ask your AI bestie to help you with this week? I cannot wait to read your answers. I am so grateful that you are here, and I'm really grateful that you're coming along this journey with me. Just remember, myself and your bestie, we've got your back. Look forward to seeing you in our next video.